What's up, guys? It's Richie Rich back yet. Oh, that sounded so good. I gotta say that one more time because we're making that return to YouTube, baby. What's up, guys? It's Richie Rich back yet again. And in this not even video stream, I'm just gonna be talking about now currently we're in the halfway of what is considered the worst year of all time. So this is legit. I only thought about this like 10 minutes ago, had a bit free time, did my training, you know, have done like most of like my duties for this week. So I said, let me jump back onto, YouTube, jump onto the richest platform online that you can see anywhere. So I said, yeah, let me just jump on and talk about like, what's it like, going through, this whole year. I'll talk a bit about like what I've had to experience this year and what I'm looking forward going into, the end of this year. So man, let me, start it off, So if anyone's been following like my videos, up until this point, especially like from, let's say, like the end of last year to this year, I was in Toronto, Canada. I was there for just over let's say, yeah, just over 3 months. I was working as doing the fitness industry, as a, gym instructor, personal trainer, and I was still finding time to do my YouTube videos. What happened was near the end of my stay, that's when like the kind of corona hit. So I was there in the middle of Toronto, Canada, and like all the gyms started to close down, the shops, anything, and everything all started to close down. And I was just kind of like, I'm just in my whole, wildest dreams, I've never seen anything like it. So at the time I was just confused, as confused as hell, like what's this gonna go on for, just not even just the people around, but me, because it's me, really gotta care about, what I mean? But well, seriously, it was just a very kind of confusing because where I was working closed down, and I wasn't even in a situation that you could even go to another place to go work because they got shut down. At that time, I remember in the heat of the corona, that March when it hit, they were just telling everyone just to stay home because everyone, every kind of like person was just catching cases, what I mean? And it was so scary at that time, of like you didn't want to go on the buses, you didn't want to go on the trains, you were consistently washing your hands, what I mean, carrying the sanitizers. I remember fun note, I was in the Metro. Metro is, which is like a commercial supermarket that's in Toronto, and all this toilet paper got taken. I went in 2 weeks before and it was fine, normal and dandy. Went back in, all the toilet paper, pasta, noodles, kitchen, like, what you would usually find in the kitchen, everything was gone. And it felt, honestly, it felt at that time because, when I was in Canada, I was with a few people, but I was legit just by myself. It felt, I just felt not even nervous, just massive confusion. Like, what is the best solution to all of this? Because I came to Canada in order to have like a better life. You know what I mean? Because I already accomplished all of my goals in this side of the world. You get what I mean? So that was just a leveling up, a natural progression, which I believe, and I'm pretty sure the members of the Rich team believe the rich man deserved it. You know what I mean? So to finally get there and, just like all of this just shut down, it left me in just a barrel of confusion, not really like depression, it never hit me like that. It just kind of really just confused me because on one hand, I could take my chances in staying in Canada, but like, I wasn't going to get any, like, it was not going to get any like proper income. Excuse me. I was fairly new to the area, you know, so like, you know, making friends, knowing like the, you know, and where the places are, you know what I mean? Like that kind of like hustling. It's like I spent so little time to actually know the area, like I do obviously from this side of the world, you know. So it was just a crazy amount of confusion, you know. And the way I've kind of seen it from like that time, because I always remember that day, you know, when, you know, the gym I was working at closed, and you know, I had to spend those next three. This was like early end of February, early March, just around after my birthday. It closed, and I was just kind of like, man, you know what I mean? And then like the gym I was training because I was working at the gym, and I used to use, you know, I was training there, you know, for free. Then there was another gym in the downtown of Toronto. I believe it was Crunch Fitness. I used to train in there. Then they suddenly shut down. Then I remember just the high street that I always used to spend my time with. And, you know, I was also doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. They shut down, you know, and I was just like, man, you know, so there was a period for a time, you know, before I exited Canada, that I was just like, just sitting down, you know, like a lot of people went into that quarantine, just sat down, and I was just planning my moves, you know, like what, you know, hopefully, you know, things do get better soon, but when that time comes, will I be way more prepared? So even if the worst does come, I can effectively still continue what I want to do, you know. And one of the best things that happened was once I did actually return back, you know, I went back to what I always loved, which is, you know, content creating. So kind of looked on my YouTube channel, and I looked at videos that, you know, videos that were kind of cool to me, but like I felt maybe not will translate to other people, like they just wouldn't get it yet. So I end up looking like a selection of my videos, like the library of vids that I've done since way back since 2015, you know. And it's like I kind of like looked at videos that like, okay, this doesn't need to be there at this time, this doesn't really have a point, you know. And I just really started to even check like ways I can really like you know, promote my stuff even better. You know, one of the great books, if you check one of my earlier vids, you know, whilst I was in Canada, I talked about Grant Cardone's 10x book. You know, it was about like giving 10x effort to each aspect you got, you know, in life, period. You know, and one of the good things he talked about was omnipresence, you know, which is, you know, making sure like everything, if you've got like a brand, like if it's like the Nike logo, you know, if it's like, you know, the Pepsi logo, you know, if it's like you know, even like you know, I did as, you know, any of them kind of popular logos, put it anywhere and everywhere, you know. And that's something I was not doing, you know. I don't know if it wasn't the time, or maybe I just didn't believe in my kind of brand as much as like some of the other people believe, you know. Yes, Shane, man, what's up, man? I just see you drop in, you know, we drop in like some dimes on the state of 2020. But yeah, as what I was saying was like you know, at the time I wasn't like kind of promoting my stuff out, you know, because again, when I started my channel, you know, there was only a few people that like subscribed and was like, you know, messaging me like, hey, you know, one like vid, you know. It was so my feedback on my channel was so low. I wasn't even getting dislikes, you know. I mean, I wasn't even getting like or dislike, you know. It was just like a video would come up there, and I'll check the views. And now it's starting to go up. I'm just trying to see like the next level to get up. So as I was saying, that when I did come back, you know, I just started to look at ways like how can I make this channel just a bit more, you know, bigger, but just a bit more professional. So if anyone can does like see this channel can pretty much explain like self-explanatory, you know, what it's about, you know. And through help, through friends, you know. If you go back to some of the videos that I started to post like weekly of, you know, just me talking through the camera, you know, and I was just talking about like ways to, you know, I talked about like, you know, dealing with rejection, staying around like positive people, you know, why you shouldn't fold. This was real, you know, SHIT that I was you know, kind of going through. Like I was kind of second down myself, you know. It's always the worst thing when you're telling someone, no, you gotta be positive, you got to stay motivated, never give up, but internally you're kind of going through that kind of thing, and it's like, for me, I ain't no quitter. I know, surrender is not an option, but there was a time, especially when I returned back, that I did kind of second doubt myself, because I was like, look, I'm here. I made it. I'm in downtown. I'm in the Eaton Center, and to all this kind of happening, it just felt like it was, it was happening like deliberately, and I didn't understand it, Let me just check what my man said. Shame, I'm not an American. I know a few basic words. So Shame, tell me where you're really from. Richest man on earth needs to know. I have to know, Shame. Please tell me where you're from. But thank you for checking in this vid. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. I was gonna say stay tuned to see what I'm saying. But please, Shame, tell me. Tell me where you're from and now. But like, when that happened, so that was like around March, when I came back, I was in some it wasn't like depression, because I've been through depression, what I mean? Like, that village piece of trash. Like, when I was in depression, it just felt like, paralysis, I didn't want to move, didn't want to eat, didn't want to do any hobbies, it was this time over, it was more like, it was just kind of like, it was anger, but it was necessary anger. I so badly just wanted to, like, do what I can do, make this dough again, fly back out of here, even if it's not candidates time, I just want to do with my abilities, and all the experience I've gained over the years, I feel like I just needed to apply it to another place, Oh, just checking. Shame. You're from Russia. I don't want to say, right? I'm from Russia. I only know from Russia, I know Privet and Spasiba. Please tell me, Shame, if I said that right. But your English is very good if you're from Russia. But yeah, as I was saying, when I was in that period, I was just very like, I had all this energy to basically because the way I constructed my mind was, when I went to Canada, like, this is my home now. Whatever I've done before, it means nothing. This is a fresh start and it's a new year. And I feel like I'm not the only one who had this kind of, dream and goal starting with 2020. You get what I mean? Like, I mean, the start of the year, it's just, from, I don't even want to be that drastic event that happened in January. It just shaped the way this whole year has been. A lot of the stuff have just been overshadowed due to the, to the big amount of the corona being this, like, super, this large like pandemic, that there's been a lot of like keynotes that have happened this year, big time people who have lost their lives, the amount of like, the amount of like bodies that have now been like left us, so it's just a lot of things. And it was just I was, from what I kind of saw, like, from what I felt, especially returning back to here, it was really like, man, they will always say, like, to especially the ones who are in my kind of age group, life is short, man, you gotta make the best of the time you're given. This life is like a tremendous gift. In this year, in July 2020, I am starting to see that way more effectively, and especially like even this week, since, like, just come into July, I've just felt just this more of abundance to really go for this goal, what I mean, whether it be YouTube, like anything I kind of want to do, it's like I have to do it. Failure is not an option. You can be put down, but you can't be like, yeah, let me just sit on the sidelines, let someone who's not even deserved that opportunity, let them just take it. I was like, I got to kind of stand up, and in all intents and purposes, I just got to man the FUCK up, still keeping it PG, because we know the rich team members, they extend from all different ages, so we know that. What's Shame saying? Shame, sitting here, I feel company. Oh, Shame, are you a woman Oh man, I don't know. Tell me, I wish I could come Russia. And if you are a chick, like if I could come. Forget Canada. I can probably come Russia. But yeah, I know I probably rambled on, but what I want, honestly, because like I've really just been, I'm someone who's such a visionary, like when some people like compliment my video, which I really appreciate, because I ain't doing this for the check. You get what I mean? I'm doing this like because I really love creating. It's a passion for me, and the only reason I even jumped on YouTube because I wanted to do something no one's ever going to be doing. I ain't trying to copy no one. I'm not trying to, sell out if I ever make it to like 1 million subscribers, which is going to be coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. But I just want it to be unique. I want it just to be like it can stand out. You get what I mean? And I think slowly but surely they will come to that, But what I was when I was so like going back to when I was saying like those videos and like what I want to like really get this year, first and foremost, like, I definitely want to get to 7K subscribers, when I when I originally got like 1K, I was like, because I'm always in this worry that like I could get, if I ever did make it to that level, like a Lily Sin or Conor Murphy, I was even watching Conor Murphy's videos and he's got another channel and he's even got more than me. And although I'm happy for Conor Murphy, I am a fan, I wouldn't say I'm a Murphian, but, I am a fan, he's got great most motivational videos, but, I do like look at like, man, like, he's there. I can be like that. Someone just like, if more eyes were kind of on my kind of like productivity, maybe I could get there. Not maybe, I should be getting there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, even though it started off like as a hobby and, I enjoy these videos, it's like a lot of blood, a lot of like hard work took to get some videos done, a lot of editing, a lot of like, going into 4 a.m. in the morning and going back to your regular job and still balancing both, so it's a lot of sacrifice it takes to do these kind of especially like if you go to especially the videos that I did in the last 2 years, it was not easy. And I honestly believe some of these videos, I'm the only one who could do this. Some of these ideas is so obscure that you'd have to be, you'd have to be rich like me, to think about it. So, but yeah, what it is like I said, let's go back to Shame. I signed up for you, man. Yes, that's it, Shame. Shame, as also you signed up for me. I'm gonna talk about my social media platforms. I want you to definitely, hit me up later. I will mention that to the end. And you also said the situation in the country is so. Everyone is sitting in quarantine. As far as I know, you have projects, although I have never cared what skin color. That's true, That's right. And and you know what, Shame? That's actually a good video. You should actually check one of my videos just before this, which it kind of flows into this one where I talked about like especially what was happening with the Black Lives Matter and the quarantine. Check one of my earlier videos that I did with my main man Franklin Freshman, which I discussed all them topics. But definitely check that out. Thanks for your support. But yeah, what I just want, like I said, for this year, I'm not gonna let too much secrets, until it happens. But just want to say, people, just look out for October. There's been plenty great Halloweens. There's been great, moments, especially in the falls. This fall will belong to the rich man. Trust me, I've got a big surprise for everyone. Stay tuned to that. But in the wider, spectrum, I'm just hoping that the corona, it seems in some places, some people got some, the government, some people have kind of got it held down. I just want it to stay that way because it just affects, like, it's affecting everyone, because I'm kind of talking like Trump, the way he kind of moves the hands, but when it was happening, a lot of the times, like because I remember when I was in depression, I used to have that tunnel vision of just thinking like, oh, this is only happening to me. this sucks. Why is on me? You know, and with like kind of journeying out to Canada and these other places, you know, where I am now, you know, I'm seeing that like other people are affected by this too. So it's like I can now have that kind of empathy and kind of be like, okay, we're in this position, but we can kind of work together to get where we need to be, you know. So I'm just hoping like that honestly starts to go down. You know, I want the world to resume back to normal, you know, because I know it's just me, but a lot of us got SHIT to do, you know, and I ain't gonna be held down for no, you know, silly, you know, virus. You get what I mean? Which could have never even gone to this kind of state. You get what I mean? It's just more of these serious people, you know, who are on tops, you know, and that just shows you the people on top don't don't just think because you see them on Sky News or CNN that they're the complete authority. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us, as you've seen this year, 500,000 people gone, you know, they ain't coming back, you know, and they're just everyday people, you know what I mean? They're not like the celebrities who got the mansions and acres, just everyday people, just like, you know, you and, you know, me and like maybe like, you know, normal people who are watching this video, they're, you know, where a lot of us are just a number, you know, and it goes back to what I was saying about you have to really go for yours in this life. It is one life, one chance, just like what CM Punk said, you know, and for years, you know, this is why I was so, you know, I was so pissed when I came back from Canada because I was wasting years living other people's lives who are not even trying to change the world, who are trying to improve it, trying to make a better place. I was getting wasted and getting held back. So I had that super ambition to be like, let me go into this other place, start something new. They weren't touching me anyway, but I can blow up so in another way that they'll be like, yeah, I remember this kid. Look at him now. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just the biggest thing I just want to see, man. I want to see I don't want to see nobody losing their lives for no reason, not just even from the corona, but the crazy like you know what's them like this whole like not you know I mean the Black Lives Matter movement has been on for a while, but like you know with that crazy moment with the police altercation with George Floyd, I don't want to see none of that, especially like me because that's you know that's my brother. You know what I mean? Like you know everyone is my brother, but like we're cut from the same cloth, you know. So when you're seeing stuff like that, you know, like it's not a really positive outlook, especially in this year of 2020, you know. Let's go back to Shane. Says the coronavirus pisses me off. Amen, Shane, honestly. And it's also a little difficult for me. Yeah, I was just saying, I can really, that's why I refuse to kind of sit down and cower and be like, let me give up. Because I know as bad as I got it, there's other people who got it 10 times worse just because of this corona. It is affected the world. So I ain't looking for any sympathy. I know at the end of the day, it's the rich man who's gonna have to save the day. You get what I mean? I have those powers. I am the chosen one, not DT. Richie Riches. But let's go to Shame again. It says it's a little difficult for me to live. Emotionally, I'm calm and cold on the outside, but inside I'm crying. Yeah, no, it's true talk. Shane, definitely check my videos that I made this time I came off Canada. Inside I wouldn't say I was crushed, but as I was saying, I was just more angry because I was like, why is this all happening? But the way I kind of presented myself on the screen, I was like, no, people got in this time, as much people I can kind of, get to, they kind of need to see this because I needed that when I was going through some deep shit. I needed someone to kind of be like, oh, this is what happens when your goal cheats to you. This is what happens when you kind of get, put to the side for someone else. You get what I mean? Like, not able to achieve your dreams because someone's standing in the way. I needed some people to talk to me, but no one did it for me. So I made sure, especially when the corona hit that peak, it was kind of my duty from someone who has gone through tough times to be like, this is not, it may seem like everything's, going down, but we gotta rise up. And the ones who can rise, as they say, the strong survive. They're the ones who are gonna be able to go through anything. Because say if they're in like another 5 years or 10 years, something like this happens again, we'll be ready. So I just say, Shame, honestly, I know you're going through the difficult time, we all are, but just keep it on. Keep on moving, keep a brave face, find the stuff you want to do and you love doing, if it whether be friends, if it's like any kind of hobbies you love, if it's like reading, if it's gaming, if it's sports, anything. Just find what you love to do and just can keep on continuing it. Don't give a shit what anyone says. Just believe in yourself, yeah. Honestly. Oh, oh, let me get some water. A little gift from Dollarama. I love Canada. Canada, oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, as going on these points, as I said, I'm not gonna keep this video more for 30 minutes, Let me know if you want to see me do like weekly rants. I mean, weekly streams like this, I can just bring kind of because me doing this, it's not like edited and that, and it's like I can just be more honest, and if more people start to tune in this, I would gladly, do this kind of like, maybe in the slot of every Friday, when I'm less busy and just like, talk about, what's going on because, I feel like, when it's coming from like a person like me who's like, because I'm still an everyday person. I may call myself the rich man, but it's like I still gotta pay bills. I still gotta pay tax. Still got like a job that I don't really, what I mean. I still gotta hustle. You understand? So I can identify with the common person, of what they're going through and what they gotta do to rise up. Because their experience can also help me experience because I can believe in them as they would believe in me. So yeah, let's go back to Shame. Father is not well, and I tried to make oh my gosh, I was registered to a psychologist. Jeez, I draw and play games to smooth out situations where emotions break through. Okay, so you draw. Oh, that's sweet. What do you draw? Do you draw like I'm actually nice as well? I do. I was a big fan of like anime, like Dragon Ball Z, and like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Jack, so that's amazing, and it's good. Yeah, I used to when I was drawing. Again, my imagination was big on like if you even see some of my channel, like some of my stuff derives from like Cartoon Network, Toonami, all those like cartoons from back in the day, Looney Tunes, Ren and Stimpy, what I mean? So it was a great way. I wouldn't say it was my emotions, but my kind of fantasies, but yeah. Said I like the view, you do. Yes, it's my best view. That's good. But yeah, no, honestly, why just going back to what you said, Shame, about I tried to make my end. Believe me, it's not. I know what it is because I ain't gonna lie, I've been in that same position. It's not the answer, it's so weird as with me being someone who's never met you to kind of be like, don't do something this because I don't know what's going through you inside. But for someone who's gone through similar from him, whatever is real talk, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If you can just stay with it and then overcome with it, you'll be a much better person. You'll be stronger, smarter. If you want funny, you'll be funnier. If you can dance, you can dance now. So just stick with it. Don't fold. Don't fold. But yeah, you said you draw anime. So what kind of animes do you do? What kind of animes do you draw? But yeah, it's approaching the 30 mark. I'm really thankful that someone Shane really appreciate the the messages you sent me. You know, definitely, like, if you do want me to do another one like this, you know, it doesn't even have to be Friday. It can be next week. You know, definitely hit me up. But as I was gonna say, always remember as well that she came to me. That phrase. Remember that, you know, to check me out on my Instagram, which is RichManZ90s, my Twitter, which is RichMan6290, and of course my Facebook, which is Richman Fighting for Freedom. You know, and yeah, I know, because I really want to get, because I do have a lot of videos that I want to get. This is what I'm saying, like October, you know, as 2018 was the year of the rich man, I want October to be like kind of where I get this train like back on the right track. You get what I mean? I'm not announcing too much things, you know, but that's what I'm looking for, that month, you know. You know, so like I you know, I do have like some videos that I'm kind of getting ready for then, you know, so just stay tuned. You may see updates, you know. And this is what I'm saying. You gotta follow me on my Insta, you know, you could check out my stories, you know, check out like the new content that the rich man's gonna be bringing, you know what I mean? But it's about to say, wow, you've watched 800 animes. Whoa. You know, I've not even watched a quarter of that. That's crazy. I started watching back at, oh, right. First one was Homeless God. I never saw Homeless God, you know. Someone needs to get me that DVD, you know. Joke is that I do not help psychologists. I say, sorry, shame. The joke is that I do not help psychologists, and I say take it off Unreal Monsters. I'm glad you got your sense of humor. Yeah, that's great. But shame, honestly, thank you so much. If you want to continue this convo, please, you know, check my Instagram, you know, DM me, could message you about, you know, I just want to, I don't want to make this too long because, you know, I want to make this more of a weekly kind of thing. But yeah, as I told you, my Instagram is RichMan90s, Facebook, Richman Fighting for Freedom, and Twitter, RichMan6290s. And with all that's gone over this year, let's try make the end of this year a smashing one. And as always, it's peace to fingers.